Hello my dear YouTuber friends, I hope you're all keeping very well. In this video I'm going to be showing you me using the Delan clip, which is like a track IR unit. So this basically lets you turn your head left and right and up and down and behind you, and it tracks your movement on screen in games like Flight Simulators and Elite Dangerous. In this case I'll be using this with Flight Simulator 2020, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on how this works. So without further ado, let me jump onto the PC and show you how this works. So before I get to the main topic of this video, showing you how the Delan clips works with Flight Simulator 2020, I first want to go through the setup with you. I know some people are having trouble with their Delan clip. Perhaps you bought it, you don't know how to set it up properly. This will help you. Or if you're interested in buying it, it's a cheap track IR unit, so it's well worth buying. Go to the Delan clip website and follow these instructions to the letter. Do not plug the camera that comes with your Delan clip into your PC. Don't plug it in. Unplug all USB devices. Leave only keyboard and mouse plugged in. And then download that software. Click to download that software, run it, and you will end up with a piece of software called CLI test. And double click that to run it. Now when you first run it, you won't get that dark background you can see here. You would have to go, when you first run it, it will all be quite light. You would have to go to options, go to video capture filter, and then set these settings. Let's just move that along. Oops, no, I can't. Okay, leave that there. Set these settings to roughly there. In fact, I'm going to link a video in the description for you. It's the video I followed a couple of years ago by the Grim Reapers, a very well-known YouTuber who does a lot of DCS World content, well recommended. Follow his video to the letter on setting this up. You can follow mine, but it's like Chinese whispers. You know, I'm following his, you're following mine. Someone may follow yours, and you'll come out at a completely different end in the end. So you're best going to that original setup video, which is the one I'm following. Follow his setup for this CLI test video filter to the letter. Follow his settings, and then when you've done that, you should come up, you should be able to see your track IR unit with no problems at all. Going back to the Delan clip website, if you scroll down, it will then recommend some software to you. Go with the top one, recommended and easy, OpenTrack software, and it's the one that the Grim Reapers also recommend. I think it's around there in their video. Like I said, follow their video on setting this up rather than following mine. I'm just showing you what I had to do. Click on OpenTrack. There's a couple of things you need to change here. For Flight Simulator 2020, you can leave all these as default, the way they come when you download and open OpenTrack. Leave all these as they are. Just go to options. On shortcuts, I've only added one shortcut for my Delan clip, which is reset view, center view basically. But if the view goes a bit skew-whiffy, I've got a button on my throttle unit, which I use on my Logitech throttle unit, which I use to center my view generally in Flight Simulator 2020. I've used the same button. So if it goes a bit skew-whiffy, I can press that button and it will center my view. The other thing I had to do is go in game detection, click on the plus there, and it will bring up a box here. Click on here, and then you want to basically take this, I'll do it with you, take it to the path where you have your Flight Simulator 2020 installed. So take it to the path where the EXE is. I've got it on one of my M2 drives. So I've got it in Steam Library. This is for me, it's bound to be different for you, but it's in Steam Apps, wherever you have your Steam Apps. Steam Apps, common, this part will be the same. Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then you will see Microsoft Flight Simulator EXE or application there. Just click on that and click open. And there you go, that will set that up for you, and then click OK. That's all you need to set in options. The rest of them I just left as default. Like I said, follow this video, because that's what I followed, and that's why I've arrived there. The only other thing you have to do is click on mapping. It's the next part. This is quite important because it will change the behavior of your Delan clip when you're moving around, and change it to roughly these settings. So I've showed you that's pitch, roll, X, Y and Z. I'm going through it quickly because this video by the Grim Reapers goes through it in more thorough detail. Watch that, pause it, and then change your settings to the way they have it. And the way you do it, you just click on the dots here, hold down your left button, you can move this to change the sort of angle of these graphs. And that's how you do that. And then that's the only thing you need to do with OpenTrack. I don't want to make this too long. So once you have the options and mapping set up, click Start, and then jump into Flight Simulator 2020. Okay, so here I am. I'm flying over Athens. And as you can see, if I move my head left, move my head right naturally, only a little bit, I can naturally look out the window left and right. And this now takes Flight Simulator 2020 to a whole new real level. Have I got autopilot turned on there? Never mind. Doesn't matter. I've just picked a flight already flying. And it actually just takes it to a whole new height, a whole new level. Actually, it's quite handy. I can leave go of the yoke. Now, like I said, center my view. If it goes a bit screw-whiffy, look forward, and it will just center your view, reset your view. So that button's handy to have. It's a little bit snappy, and I think those settings I showed you before, I followed it from the Grim Reapers video, and that's basically showing you how to set up the simulator. There you go, to turn the autopilot off so I don't fly to those mountains. It's showing you how to set up DCS World rather, which is a little bit more snappy, so when you move, kind of almost, there's a little bit of snap to it where it would just, let's just recenter that view. It will just snap your view slightly as you turn your head or come back forward. But I quite like it. It's quite handy. It means it's not so fidgety when I'm actually just trying to look forward. It will stay in that forward view. And then when I'm moving my head left and right, like I said, I can just move it naturally. And it works beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Like I said, you're now in a whole new level of realism. You've already got that photorealistic scenery in Flight Simulator 2020. Now when you're just able to look left and right naturally, and look behind me, just turn my head a little bit more, I can look behind me. It just really adds to the immersion of the flight wherever you're flying. I'm just about to crash, never mind. But look, just turning my head slightly, and it is just a slight movement left or right. So if I see something of interest to my left and I want to concentrate on what's going on up front, like now, let me just trim up. I'm always trimming in my aircraft and my videos. I do apologise, but it's important, of course, if you don't want to crash. If I just want to see what's going on to the left of me, or to the right of me, it's just a natural flick of the head now, and a slight head turn, not a flick. You're not flicking your neck. You're just turning your head naturally to look. Look, I can just look at those details, lean forward a little bit. Go forward, lean over the cockpit to see what's ahead of me. Come back, see what's to the left of me as I'm looking forward. As you would in real life, you're looking to the left, looking to the front, back to the front. Looking to the right to see what's out there. Nothing much out there at the moment, but to the left you can see some views and cars and cities. Back to the front. Wonderful. Really recommend it. It's quite a cheap unit. It's about half the price or less than half the price of a Track-AI unit, and many people are preferring the Delan clip to the Track-AI unit. Also means that your hat switch, still set to the quick view by the way, I've just used my hat switch there. You can use that now and set that to a different function. So like a quick view, if you want to look down at your instruments, I'm doing that just by moving my head physically down there. But if you want to set your hat switch to do that, if you're flying a complex aircraft, you can move it to instrument views. I'd only really recommend this in light aircraft. I wouldn't recommend it flying things like the A320 or the 747 or 787. I'd really recommend that you concentrate on your instruments and don't be moving your head around as much as this. And by the way, I'm moving my head around a lot at the moment just to show you it working. When I'm playing this normally, I'll probably normally concentrate on the front view. Just see what's ahead of me, mainly, and then just glance left or right occasionally to see what's out there, unless I'm looking at some sights. So there you go, guys. That's the Delan clip with Flight Simulator 2020. Let me know your thoughts. There is a head tracking program you can use with this, so you don't need a Delan clip. I don't know how good that is, but the Delan clip just works so great, and it's good to have that physical thing on your head. It's on my headphones, in fact, but it's good to have that physicality about it. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more. I'm always releasing videos, especially on Flight Simulator 2020, because I love it so much. And I'll see you soon.